Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Muhammad Arfimran bin Muhammad Uzaidi. So today I will explain to you guys about scientific key concept in KSSM and IGCSE. Okay, these are the questions that we will use in order to analyze the key concept in KSSM and IGCSE. Let's figure out the first scientific key concept in both KSSM and IGCSE. Okay, the first one is how the contents are developed or approach that they use. To make it clear, the deductive approach are used to develop all the content in the syllabus. What is the meaning of deductive approach? In a simple words, deductive approach is an approach that starts with the general information to the specific information. In both KSSM and IGCSE, they use this approach in order to deliver the content for the students. So, that is a simple meaning of the deductive approach in a content development. I hope you guys have a clear understanding about this approach. Let's move to the content development by deductive approach in Malaysia. So, these are the example of the biology form 4 textbook contents in our country. As we can see, the arrangement of the content are good and follow the deductive approach criteria. In this picture, KSSM arrange the content from the structure of the heart to the specific structure of the heart and its function, like aorta, spectrum, artery, and so on, by using the DSKP guideline. Same goes to IGCSE content. It also explains all the content one by one, starting from the structure of the heart to blood flow in the heart and the cardiac cycle. As we can see, the content were arranged from the general information of the heart to the specific cycle that occur in the heart. So we can conclude that this approach was used in this content development and is the student to learn and understand the content. So let's move to the second key concept. The question is, are the content aligned with the curriculum objective in the curriculum guide? As we know, we use DSKP as a guide to develop the content in the textbooks and learning activity in the classroom. To prove whether it's aligned or not, let's take a look to subtopic 10.2, which are described about component of the human circulatory system of heart, blood vessel, and blood. Second, explain the composition of blood, which is blood plasma and blood cells. And the third one is compare and contrast the type of blood vessel, which is artery, vein, and capillary. If we refer to the textbook, we can see that the SKP are aligned with the textbook. So it can be confirmed that both the SKP and textbook content are aligned to each other. The content also relevant for Form 4 students. Why I said that? Because in Form 3, they have learned about human blood circulation. So they have some basic knowledge before they start to learn more for this topic. Next question. Are there any inclusion of targeted references to facilitate consolidation and self-directed learning for students? The answer is yes. Both KSSM and IGCSE have their own ways to facilitate their students. For KSSM, they use QR code, which is directly to the link of website, whether YouTube, learning website, and so on, which students need to scan the code. Second one is by using AR method. Students can see the figures in 3D on their phone, while doing some self-learning at home to increase the excitement of learning. Last one is KSM put some brainstorm which students need to think and recall what they have learned in the classroom, and this will increase their knowledge of the topic. But for IGCSE textbooks, there are 4 ways to facilitate their students. First is summary question to help students to find the answer after the learning session. Second, key points help the students to take note the important content in the topic. Same goes to the practical, where students do the activity by themselves and analyze after finish the activity, so they can evaluate the activity based on the topic at home. And the last one is study tips. It helps students to have a clear understanding of the topic and help to reduce a small mistake in their self-directed learning. The fourth question of key concept is how cognitive skills of all levels, especially high order thinking skills, were developed. How this skill can be developed through the content? The answer is in the textbook of Biology Form 4 in topic of circulatory system in organism, encourage students to differentiate precisely between humans and animals. This makes students to analyze the information from the past knowledge, and then students will classify and categorize the information precisely as what have shown on the right circle of the picture. So, students will analyze and evaluate the information according to their types. So, that shows how this content encourage high-order thinking skill to be implemented to the students. Last question for the key concept is, do the contents can facilitate students to practice or gain or apply the new knowledge? Absolutely yes, because in KSSM and IGCSE, they have the content that facilitate students for the new knowledge, but in a different ways. For KSSM, in subtopic 10.3 Biology Form 4, there is a new knowledge of technology in medication, which is about smallest artificial pacemaker that function to stimulate heartbeat for its user. Other than that, were about risk of the thrombosis if we didn't move our leg once in a while. So, from that, it's shown that both of the small text in the box help students to acquire a new knowledge and apply the knowledge when they face that situation outside the classroom. In IGCSE, in subunit 9.3 Biology, it explains the electrocardiogram ECG and its function, but this time the explanation in the main text of the subunit, not in the small box as have been circled in the picture. But it still facilitates students to gain and apply the knowledge when they use the ECG. Another one is in the subunit 9.8, which is provide a fact that laughter may protect our bodies from disease and boost our immune system. Experiments have found that people watching humorous video produce significantly more white blood cells and had reduced stress than those watching non-humorous videos. So, this also helps students to apply the knowledge outside the classroom, even the fact is in a small blue box. So, this kind of a new knowledge will deliver in many interesting ways, either from KSSM or IGCSE, just to facilitate students to gain and apply the new knowledge. So, students will apply all the knowledge that they found in the textbook. So, that's all for the key concept. If all of you have a question, you guys can ask in our discussion session. So, Assalamualaikum and thank you for watching.